2022 Cadillac Escalade Premium Luxury Review, still the most luxurious SUV around. There are certain vehicles that don't get excuses or passes from auto journalists. When we reviewed the 2022 Kia Telluride, we claimed that it lacked some performance, but we still called it one of the best values in the SUV segment. We gave it a pass. When Cadillac delivered the 2022 Escalade Premium Luxury, I knew it was one of those vehicles that don't get a pass. In addition to its high price tag, the Cadillac Escalade brings a legacy that leaves no room for compromise. Auto journalists will be looking for the smallest imperfections to complain about. So, I took delivery of this giant beast to experience how the Escalade has evolved over the years, if it can still be one of the most lavish SUVs on the market, if it can still be Hollywood's favorite transporter, and most importantly, if the Escalade with the diesel engine is as good as the V8. Diesel-powered is the way to go. While we all love General Motors' 6.2-liter V8, which found a home in numerous of their best vehicles, our loaner Escalade had the diesel option. This is a 3.0-liter Duramax turbo engine, working collaboratively with a 10-speed automatic transmission. The transmission is electronically controlled with overdrive, tow/haul mode, and tap-up/tap-down shifting. The diesel engine delivers 277 horsepower at 3,750 RPM, and 460 lb-ft of torque at just 1,500 RPM to all four wheels, or two wheels, your choice. While the Duramax falls behind in horsepower compared to the 6.2-liter V8 gasoline option, it delivers its power earlier, and puts down an identical torque figure 2,600 RPM sooner. Best of all, GM rates the Duramax at 21 miles per gallon in the city in 2WD mode, 20 miles per gallon in 4WD mode, and 27 mpg on the highway in 2WD mode, and 26 mpg on the highway in 4WD mode. Compared to the V8 gasoline, this is roughly a 6 miles per gallon city and 7 miles per gallon improvement. At my local gas station, diesel is roughly 80 cents more expensive than premium 91 octane. So, overall, the diesel seems like the more affordable way to go. Of course, the word affordable is never synonyms with the Escalade Premium Luxury's $91,390 starting MSRP, but it's valuable information for whomever needs it. The Escalade definitely evolved throughout the years, but it never really veered away from its iconic shape. The shell is still boxy, with long, bold lines. The giant front grille looks like it's ready to eat the road, while the thin LED headlights add the elegance the Escalade has gained notoriety for. The rear is still very Escalade, with very long and narrow LED strip taillights, with dual exhaust tips exiting the bumper ever so smoothly. Our loaner came with the mahogany metallic paint color. It's a nice color that grabs the attention, but when it comes to the Cadillac Escalade, you almost need the mysterious black color. In a world where a lot of car designs look similar, the 2022 Cadillac Escalade certainly stands out. Cabin you can live in comfortably. As you enter the Escalade, you won't help but notice the large 38-inch curved OLED display, tying from the center console touchscreen all the way to the left of the gauge cluster, where you have a little screen with access to some fuel consumption data and other options. The gauge cluster is highly customizable. You can turn the front camera on, taking up the entire cluster, put the navigation on it, or simply view the music playing. Speaking of music, the AKG Studio features 36 speakers, creating a surround sound experience that will make your road trip that much more fun. When it comes to comfort and features, there isn't much more you can ask for, and the list is extremely long. In addition to the technology, the material is impressive. When we reviewed the XT6, the quality concerned us in regards to the future of Cadillac, with rattles and poor material around. However, this is not the case, and it's clear the Escalade continues to be in a class of its own. Super Cruise for a super ride. One of the hottest features Cadillac has rolled out last year is the Super Cruise. Think of it as an entry-level autopilot. Under the right conditions, mainly on freeways without constructions, the Escalade uses all of its sensors to take the wheel, allowing you to relax and let it do the driving. The sensors uses real-time positioning, camera, sensors, and LiDAR map data to navigate. The Super Cruise also allows for automatic lane changing. As the driver, all you have to do is turn your signal left or right, and watch the Escalade change lanes. There is a catch, however, this feature is available as a subscription model through the Cadillac Connected Services. The good news is, all Super Cruise vehicles will come with the service for 3 years before you need to purchase a plan, which is just enough for your lease duration. I tested the Super Cruise, and it works mostly as advertised. Although when there is construction, or sometimes when the system freaks out as the SUV goes between two semi-trucks, it shuts the system off and tells you to take control. If the vehicle detects you aren't keeping your eyes on the road, which the little camera facing the driver determines, it will warn you over and over before yelling at you through the speakers. So, let it drive, but keep your eyes on the road if you don't want to get told what to do. All in all, it's a great system, but we hope it continues to improve. Driving the Escalade is an experience. It's like driving on clouds. That's the best way to describe the suspension feel of the Escalade. Thanks to the magnetic ride control, the suspension is able to monitor the road conditions at 1,000 times per second, and adapt to ensure the most comfortable ride. Cadillac explains this technology as reading every inch of the road at 60 miles per hour. Another reason for the cloud-like ride is the electronically controlled air springs and the air ride adaptive suspension. This system is able to absorb any irregularities on the road, as well as adapt based on your driving mode. If you're in comfort mode, that is exactly what you will be getting, and if you're in sport mode, the system will stiffen up to decrease body roll. Acceleration feels plenty enough for the almost 6,000-pound monster, thanks to the instant response of the low-range peak torque. You almost can't tell it's a diesel while driving. The cabin feels very silent with great sound deadening. However, open up your window or stand outside, and the diesel sound is apparent, yet not intrusive. The transmission feels lazy at times, however, it's not really a bad thing given this is an Escalade. Everything about this car is smooth and fluid. The chassis also feels fluid with some chassis flex due to the monstrous construction of the SUV. Handling feels great for such a large SUV aside from the chassis flex, and asking for anything better is almost the same as asking to change the laws of physics at this point. All in all, the combination of the magnetic ride control and the air ride suspension make for a smooth, comfortable, and adaptive suspension, allowing the Escalade to keep its reputation for being one of the most luxurious and comfortable SUVs on the market, if not the most. A hefty price tag with a lot of value. The reality is, the 2022 Cadillac Escalade Premium Luxury is an expensive vehicle with tons of features. With an almost $100,000 price tag, you'd expect the world. Well, the Escalade does give you the world. If you're trying to save 20% to put down on a new house, this isn't really the SUV for you. If you are looking at an Escalade, you know exactly what you're in for, and now you want to know, is it worth that price tag? Absolutely. The Escalade is worth every penny, in technology, comfort, quality, and experience, and it puts up fights against the very best. It's not the most ideal SUV to drive around, but with enough driving assists that will help you navigate small parking lots, and even parallel or perpendicular park for you, this larger-than-life SUV is fun. We averaged over 19 miles per gallon, which is impressive, thanks to the Duramax diesel engine. Speaking of diesel, GM expressed that there are shortages preventing them from producing this engine. It will get back to production when possible, but if you want a diesel, you may want to get it now. If you're in the market for a huge, luxury SUV with no compromise, stop looking, you found it.